check. We're back, everybody. Episode 12 of the
What's
Talking
up?
Seaweed podcast. Jokes
This is
over
13.
everything. Is it 13? Oh, 12 was with Allie. You're right.
12 with Allie, so we're at 13.
We're at 13. All right, cool. I am,
The windows are open.
the windows are open. It's beautiful out. You can hear the fucking beeps and the shit, the sounds of the shitty little town we're in.
Sounds of the ocean happening outside.
You can also see how fucking burnt
Look at this
boy
guy.
is. You see that line? of
Show me your
where-
back. Show me your back.
Hold on.
Yo, take your shirt off, bro. Show me your back, bro.
Look at that.
Look at him. He's burnt.
Burnt as a motherfucker.
That's
So
what
we
you get.
spent the day at the beach, or I did anyway.
Well, one of us spent the day at the beach. The other one showed up and at the end to ruin the fun and come here.
Certainly ruined my fun. That's for damn sure.
So what did you see at the beach? Did you see anything interesting and fun at the beach? Was there anything new at the beach?
If you follow me on my Instagram, you would have seen what I saw for the most part, without a few pretty good details. But for the most part, I let the people. I share most of what I do with the people, so
You do.
they get. To
I
see.
share most of what I do unless I'm home,
Right, which is most of the time. So
which is most of the time. Exactly.
Right.
So
Or
yeah.
if I'm,
So
like-
so mind your fucking business. when it comes to me.
right. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm out
If it's
here.
not on
doing
my
this.
Instagram. Don't ask me about it.
Yeah, if it's not on the Instagram, I don't want to talk about it. Not even close. Want to light that up?
Yeah.
Let's smoke with these people. Light up. Light up if you're with us. Light up.
Stop yelling at them.
Hey. Light up.
Definitely peeking every time you do that.
Yeah, I know. How's your ears, motherfuckers?
My
Told you,
ears
light
are
up.
fucking sunburned, dude. I just had those headphones
So your
on.
ears sunburned? So let's
Dude.
talk about the sunburn. Let's break
All
it
right,
down. So
so-
so what happened? So you didn't know it was going to be hot out when you went to the beach.
No, I knew it was going to be hot out. It's the first time you go to the beach. You always think, it's not going to be so bad. I'm going to the beach.
What did you expect from the sun at the beach?
I expected to get burnt, but I didn't expect it to hurt this bad only a few hours later. So we got to the beach, and I said, fuck, we didn't get sunblock. This is not a beach where there's a ton of stores around, so
There are no stores around.
I couldn't just go buy some sunblock. And I said, shit, I had to strategize. I said, what do I do from here? When you're in the struggle, you gotta make something happen. So this fucking lighter ain't working. You have a lighter on you?
Is that the one you stole from me? The Boston lighter?
It's like a fucking,
nice.
I don't know. So yeah, I didn't.
Oh shit, that's the one I stole from me. I stole it back.
All right.
I
Back on track.
just accused him of being a thief.
Hold
Lighter
on. My
thief.
throat now. So I didn't know. I had to strategize. I said, hey, there's multiple different groups of people out here that clearly have sunblock. Who do I ask?
The old ladies that you know for a fact have it.
I didn't see any old ladies at the
No,
beach
that place
today.
was very young.
So it was pretty much all people younger than me. And I said, I had a decision to make. I said, I can ask these girls who have a big tube of fucking sunscreen that I can see from here. Kind of a guaranteed win.
Yep.
I could take the easy way out.
You could definitely do that.
And they definitely look like a more modest group of people. Can I tell you that, Bobby?
2-0.
Can I tell you that they look like a more modest group of people? The
Okay.
the guaranteed win with the
Yeah, they look like,
But,
humans.
it's not really fun without it. You need a roadblock here and there, right? So I'm hoping
Yeah.
I threw myself a curveball. I said, well, there's this other group of people over here, and they're 3 girls, and they're all very, very pretty, and maybe they have some sunscreen that they could lend me. You know what I mean? But they're also very tan, so I didn't think it was a win. The other one was a sure win because I saw this.
How did they get so tan without going to the beach? Today was the first beach day.
You see, Bobby, they have these things called tanning salons,
Oh yeah.
and they're all over the nation. You wouldn't
Completely forgot they existed.
You wouldn't even believe it. So I went with that route. I went with the more difficult route. And I said, let me go talk to these girls and see if they have any. And they had this little baby tube. And she was like, you can use a little bit of it, but don't use it all. And I was like, I don't want to use it if you only got a little bit. No big deal. Like, I'll burn. It's fine.
And she was like, "It's fine.
she's like, just put it on your tattoos. And I was like, all right, fine.
Put
So
it
I
on your tattoos."
Yeah. So I just put it like a little bit on my body. And then, they were taking pictures. They asked me to take a picture. And
So
I was
she
like,
said
what
you
do
can put them on the tattoos, but you put it on the whole body.
I didn't, not the whole body, but I have
Dude,
tattoos
this
kind of
dude-
like.
Dude, don't tell me about your rules.
So yeah,
Fuck
right.
your
I don't
rules.
like. She tried to put limits on me, so I basically.
She was
did
like,
what I
"Hey,
wanted.
you're limited to these things," and you were like, "No ceiling,
Right,
bam."
right. So I did what I needed to do. Covered the kid with a little bit of sunscreen.
Yep, gotta
Clearly
do
a
that.
little late. Actually, she helped me, but she missed I'd say 90% of my back.
Wasn't much help.
Actually,
nice girl, but not much help.
No, she helped, but it was my fault. I asked way too late in the day. I was burnt as a motherfucker.
Really, you were already burnt. And you were like, you know what? That's what I should do.
Yeah,
that's the worst. I mean, you can. If you're watching, you can see us
I half
both.
wanted to start a conversation, so it was like, if they say no, it's fine. I still won.
Do you know what I think would be so in Canton how they do the Irish Festival?
Yep.
It's in June.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Irish Festival's in June. I've always thought that whoever got like the little baby sunblocks
sunburnt
would make them like murdering because nobody's bringing sunblock because they don't think, and then they go out and it's June and we're all Irish, and then
everybody's probably watching this. If you're listening, you maybe can't tell, but if you're watching, you can see how I'm just cringing and moving in pain with the sunburn like everywhere I go.
I had to like reach back into my sunburn index to tell you about a sunburn that I've had that was that bad.
I want to hear about you guys' worst sunburn, actually, because I've had a sunburn that was so bad. I was probably 13 or 14 years old. I went to see my grandparents in Daytona Beach, and I didn't put sunscreen on. I was at the beach for like 3 days. Yes, like
You're
a fucking idiot. And then when I did, I'd be in the beach, and it would come off and whatnot. So it really wasn't. It was never prominent,
They somewhat have waterproof sunblock, don't they?
Yeah, but I was like in and out, thick waves.
You have to reapply.
Like big waves and shit. Like, you know what I mean? It was a lot of motion in the water. That shit's going to wash off for sure. Like, nothing's that good. I don't want, you know what I mean? If it is that good, there's probably a whole bunch of other shit in it that's bad.
I feel like without my wife, I would probably look like this every day.
Oh, yeah, me too. And, I don't have a wife, but without
Well, that's why you look like that. Yeah, that's why you look like that. You didn't have a strong female oversight. Because guys don't think about that kind of stuff.
So I got sun poisoning. And I was fucking yakking. I was sick. I had bubbles on my face and shoulder. You know what I mean? I was like, it was more than sunburn.
That's
I was
rugged.
physically ill from fucking the sun.
That's crazy. Shit. Oh yeah, it gets you, man.
White people shit.
Definitely white people shit. Definitely white people shit. That's something that like.
If only the sun could see my insides.
I've been with a friend of mine. Shout out to Jay, and he is black, and he's Cape Verdean, so he's light skinned black. He's light skinned black, but he was burnt for the first time in his life. The last time I got a sunburn like the one you have. Yeah. And he looked at me and was like, you have problems coming, my friend, because your whole face is like your back right now. And it got to the point where the next day I was doing something and I was like, I don't think I'm really working like that hard. I shouldn't be sweating like this. It wasn't sweat. I had blisters on my entire head.
I believe it.
And my back. I could feel like you could run your hand across my back and you could feel them pop. It was so gross.
Yep, I believe it. That shit is.
So if you guys have never felt that, if you're like Italian or Portuguese or one of these people that gets like no burn, only tan.
You lucky motherfuckers.
Guys are assholes. It's horrendous.
It really is. It's not pleasant.
But with all that out of the way, it was the first beach day, so it's nice.
Tattooed on top of a sunburn.
I have as well. That's such a bad
fun,
idea. Yeah. How old are you? Young, right?
21.
Yeah, that's something young people do. They're like, I don't care, bro. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not a pussy.
I didn't mean to get sunburn.
No, exactly.
But yeah.
But you still go do it. You don't cancel your appointment.
As far as the beach day, good. Beach day was good. Except I just rubbed my ear and it sounded like fucking something was chipping off. But yeah, it was good. I met some new friends, hung out with some old
small
friends.
portions of your ear.
Right. Our buddy Teb brought the grill. I still have sand all over me. I haven't even showered.
I was basically there for like, I got a burger and then
we're like, hey, stop looking at those butts. We got to go.
I was like, hey, this looks like a lot of fun. Looks like a lot of young people having a great time. Let's get out of here.
Right. And I was
let's go sit in a room together and do a podcast.
Smoking weed and having a bunch of fun with these strangers, playing beach games. What are you doing over here? We got to take pictures in my basement and fucking yada.
So, okay, so here's this. If anybody is listening and they want to get to us, this is what we want to know. We want to know about your worst sunburn, and we want to know about a time that you knew you were supposed to go to work, and instead you did something awesome. That's
a good question, yeah, because there were so many people. There were girls at the beach that were like, I have to be at work at 6, and, like, I'm totally calling out. And then, like, this is the difference between 21-year-olds, and then my buddy who I was with was like, oh, I got to work at 3. I'll leave at 2. An adult. And
then I show up to the beach where everybody's having a great time, having a cookout, playing games, and I go, work. and I looked at our buddy, or Eric, as we know him, but to everybody out there, our buddy, and I was like, dude, how do I tell him we gotta go? There's no way to tell. He was like, oh, I don't know, man. Like, there's no way to tell somebody that's having a ton of fun, like, hey, it's got to end now.
Right.
We got
work to do.
Yeah, we got work to do.
So literally,
fucking
I'm here recording a podcast because he dragged me away from the beach from a bunch of drinks and drinking games, beach games, fucking friends, new friends, old friends, food, grill, all that. Now I'm here.
doing this
you guys.
podcast that we're probably not going to promote.
Right. I think I should probably turn you down. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know why I'm here. Thank you guys for listening, though, because I'm wasting your time just as much as you're wasting mine now.
Yeah, you're wasting our time now. Now it's sorry for wasting our time.
Right. I hope this whole thing isn't just crazy.
That's what we'll name this one. Thanks for wasting our time.
Right.
Some other things happened.
What else happened?
I mean, a bunch of stuff happened. Kanye West is apparently best friends with Donald Trump now.
Dude.
What a combo.
Black people hate Kanye West now, huh?
I mean, that was pretty quick.
It was, dude.
Quick
They
turnaround.
turn around, man. I mean,
Are politics that important to people?
yeah, apparently.
Is it really, though? Because I think most political views are silly.
Yeah, I mean,
So, like, if people,
what's
like,
the point of picking sides? Post Malone. No, it is stupid, but it's like it's SmackDown versus Raw, dude. It's a fucking reality show. It's all it is, and like to me,
it is.
like,
It's literally SmackDown versus Raw, and
Yeah.
I'm over here going ECW,
Yeah.
ECW,
Right,
and I want to know why they're not bringing it back.
and they're like, yeah, throw away your vote. It's a two-party system. But for real, I mean, they're clearly that important to some people, and it obviously runs a lot deeper than this particular thing, that people are upset about. But
But this is
whatever, I let
like,
people
if
be
you're,
upset, but if they don't make sense, they don't make sense. I let them be upset, but if
I
listen,
love
I'm
a
not-
solid debate.
I'm not saying everyone who's upset isn't making sense. I'm just saying that, like, the ones I see on Facebook are just like, black people trashing him and no justification other than he likes Donald Trump or he wore a hat. And I'm like,
And I've seen people that are
Or they're
actually
like-
trying to stick up for him,
What
and
about-
they're getting trashed.
right. What did somebody just, I didn't read the interview or whatever, but there's a quote going around. Kanye West said slavery was a choice. And I don't know how out of context that was taken.
We aren't going to touch that one.
But no, I'm not going near that. But what I'm saying
Guess
is
who's not talking about that at all?
white people. But no,
These two white people.
But he apparently he either actually said that or that was taken out of context, or it sounds to me from the naked eye that it was taken quite out of context.
Can you say?
But maybe it wasn't. I don't
Can
fucking
you
know.
say slavery is a choice and not mean you can physically choose to be owned by another human being?
Well, you could
Because if you look at somebody like Frederick,
context.
okay, so here's the context that I'm asking though. I'm playing devil's
the
advocate.
context he said it though before we can even judge anything that was said, because it's like,
Let's find
you
out.
know what I mean. You can like the
Like
New
just
York,
that
the New York
one
Times
phrase.
can review a movie and say this is the most amazing piece of trash ever, and the movie can just say
Amazing.
New York Times said amazing. You know,
Amazing.
so where was that? How out of context was that? How in context was it? Was it called for, uncalled for? What the fuck's he talking about? Like,
I mean, without reading it, what I'm
it
gonna
sounds crazy, right? It sounds ridiculous when you hear the headline. Kanye West says slavery was a choice.
Oh, there's literally a hashtag for it. Hashtag if slavery was a choice. Oh my goodness, dude, this
Is he
like,
going that crazy?
Kanye West just said 400 years of slavery is a choice.
Jesus.
Kanye West attempts to clarify slavery was a choice comments. So here's what he's going to say. This is what he was saying. Slavery is a choice as far as like, look at somebody like Frederick Douglass. I haven't even read what he said yet. So this is what I'm going to say. If he literally said slavery is a
I'm going
choice,
to tell you what he meant without reading what he said.
whatever he said, this is what I'm going to say. He's smart enough to know.
We start rumors.
Ready? This is the rumor. So he's smart enough to know that slavery obviously is not a choice. But if he's also smart enough to know about somebody like Frederick Douglass, who was born a slave, taught himself to read by trading food, and then eventually escaped, came north, and opened a fucking newspaper, he came from a situation where it was illegal for him to read, and he opened a newspaper.
Off of politics. Continue.
Why, dude?
No,
Frederick
continue.
Douglass is amazing, dude. If you don't like
Frederick
Frederick
Douglass
Douglass,
is
stop
amazing.
listening to us, dude. Frederick Douglass is fucking awesome. He came
not
up here
saying
and
that.
started a newspaper, and like he refused to be a
I
slave.
just meant how deep it was getting.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all I
yeah,
meant.
yeah. No, I mean,
I didn't mean anything
it's-
further
it's-
than that.
I think that's what it is, dude.
I am so
All right, so this is
sunburned,
from
uncomfortable.
Independent. Kanye West attempts to clarify slavery was a choice comments. Rapper managed to cause more controversy after an interview with TMZ, where he was confronted by a black member of staff who accused him of absence of thought. The rapper was being interviewed by TMZ after previously making headlines for supporting Donald Trump. When you hear about slavery for 400 years,
It's not like you
question
fucked
mark.
Stormy Daniels or something. You know what I mean? It's not that big. No, I'm just fucking around.
Or Karen, was her name Karen McDougal? Fire, dude.
I don't
Low
fucking
key
know.
hottest chick I've
I
seen
don't
him around.
fucking know.
Yeah, she was pretty hot. Okay, yeah, so I was right. We are mentally imprisoned. He also referred to Trump as my boy and claimed the president was one of his favorite people. One of rap's favorite people. Dude, you know what? That's not true. That's not false, dude, because I remember hearing stuff on like thisis50.com and shit where they'd be like, yo, we have Donald Trump in the building right now. This is amazing. We have Donald Trump here. And he's like, oh, hello, everybody. I'm here to listen to rap music with everybody at This Is 50. This is a wonderful organization. I love being here. Thank you.
Dude,
and then they were all friends with him, man. Like I don't know, dude.
He's out of his they're both out of their goddamn minds. I'll tell you that much.
Dude,
but they're both geniuses too. But they're both out of their goddamn fucking minds.
Dude, he's been friends with Kanye West. He's friends with Jay-Z. He's friends with P Diddy. Dude, he's friends with 50 Cent. He's friends with all those rappers from New York because they were doing it in New York. So he's friends with them, man. I think that politics has become such a fucking puppet show that it doesn't matter what's actually happening. It's you're getting a narrative versus a narrative, and you're not actually getting what's happening anymore.
It's the WWE.
It is.
It's the same thing.
It is, dude. It's amazing.
These people are touring and eating together.
Yeah, but now we have people, but we have people coming out against Kanye West now because he's friends with Seth Rollins. Like, like not everybody likes Seth Rollins, dude, but Seth Rollins sells T-shirts.
Like, I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it enough to really dive into it and feel like, I'm on
neither
one
have
side
I,
of the
man.
argument, but I see things like that and I'm like, wow, he's a lunatic. But then I also think like, okay, how is that even real? Headlines are so deceiving. I'm not going to read the fucking article.
Oh, no, but it just said, he said to clarify, like, he was talking about, like, we're mentally enslaved. That's what he was saying, was we're mentally enslaved.
So how does that equate to...
Slavery as a choice?
To physical slavery being a choice.
It's not, but he's saying it as a general idea, and they're like, what? Physical slavery is a choice? Like, dude, like,
what did they say? They quoted
like,
him saying 400 years of slavery was a choice.
And he said, like, 400 years? That's a choice. Like after 400, so in 400 years, we couldn't have started some sort of revolution, like the one with John Brown in the South and stuff like that. Right. Like I feel like that.
People need to understand. Yeah, and that's the thing is that it's important for the clarification because I'm not jumping the gun and hating the guy or liking the guy because I hate him and I love him. I've always hated Kanye.
I think his troll level's amazing.
Right before this, I've kind of come around to him, and I've been like, oh, I kind of understand you. And then this is like, well, I don't understand this quite yet.
I wish we could play a song right now.
You got like, we'll get taken off YouTube. We're gonna fucking put Kanye's music in here or something.
No. Oh yeah, fuck that. No, I was gonna say, I wish we could play just the fucking scoop boop weedoo, boop boop scoop boop.
Right. That shit is fucking hilarious.
Dude, it's amazing.
He's a genius.
It is genius because, dude, he got at least two listens out of every single person.
You got to listen out of me, dude.
He got 2 listens out of me. He got 1 listen the first time I heard it, and he got a second listen when I showed it to somebody.
I didn't listen to it a second time.
And he got 2 listens from me. He got 1 from you, and he'll never get another one on that song unless I decide to play somebody and be like, hey, yo, listen to this whole song real quick.
Holy shit. If anybody is listening again, I am just on struggles.
He can't move, and I'm sweating my balls off right now.
Right. All right. Well, we got the Bruins on. We're down 2-0.
We're down 2-0 and fucking halfway through the...
Jesus.
Hold on. There's more we need to talk about. Post Malone.
So Post Malone dropped an album.
And it's amazing.
It's lonely for sure.
He's very lonely.
Post Malone.
Post Malone. He's very Post Malone.
He is.
So I just want to be the first one to say, Post, if you're listening... We invite you onto the show. We'll be friends with you. We don't want anything from you. We won't even
post it.
Yeah, we won't even post. We won't even Post Malone it. We'll literally just. You can come hang out on our show with us, and
we totally are not looking for the exposure. I feel like you need a friend.
Yeah, your album sounds very lonely, and if you're that lonely, we are open. We're here. Come on, man.
For you.
Come hang out. We'll get high. We'll smoke weed. We'll smoke regular weed. Like that's it. That's all we're doing to get high. Come smoke weed with us. And we won't even post it, and we'll record the podcast if you want to. If not, just come watch the Bruins with us.
Right.
Because you are very Post Malone-y.
Yeah, and dude, yeah, I mean that's funny that was like our as good as the album is. It's super overproduced, but it's amazing. But
I wouldn't even say it's overproduced. It's very produced.
It's the production is the album. Let's be real.
Yes. Yes, but it's very produced, but it's not overproduced. Like it's very well done.
Yeah, it's good.
But it's super produced.
I really liked it.
There's no grimy feeling to it. Yeah, there's no grimy feeling to it. It's not like
blending. He's blending a lot of genres, and he's making you ask questions and start conversations like, well, what's what anymore? And I said this before the album came out, and it's actually I recorded our friend at Sando Films does like an off the mic series where he interviews rappers and shit. And for some reason, he wanted to interview me. I'm not a fucking rapper.
He is.
He wanted to interview me, and
because he's a rapper.
And he was like, "Where do you think of the state of hip hop today?"
Album coming soon.
I'm like, I I don't know, like, who's the biggest rapper right now? Post Malone? And, like, if he is he even making rap music? Because, like, I see him covering a bunch of metal songs and fucking Rage Against the Machine and all this fucking shit that's, like, and grunge rock. And then
like Nirvana.
So
and
it's
stuff.
like, what are we even calling? I don't even know where to draw the line anymore first. So then,
is he hip hop or is he just music at this point?
Well, if you can't draw the line, then how am I supposed to judge the state of anything? If you're asking me like what young kids like, that's totally different than the state of where everything's at. So that was just the interesting, and it's like all I could think of was Post Malone when he asked me that, because I was like, when I think of rap music today, I think of the biggest artists that are charting just because that's what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? And I'm an underground head, but I'm not looking at rap music today as some underground Philly fucking hip hop or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's not music today. Like, so today what people are buying is fucking Post Malone and Drake, and you know what I mean? So I'm looking at that
and all that stuff.
And looking
and
at that,
they're all expanding too. Like even Lil Uzi Vert,
love it, man. So
and he says he's like, dude, I'm not a rapper, I'm a rock star. Like they're all trying to move out of like the hip hop cocoon, and they're trying to venture out into other things, which I think is actually really good and healthy. Yeah, I think it's really healthy for a genre, because I mean, Post Malone, dude, I listen to country music and he's like quoting country music.
Yeah, it also sounds like he had a lot of help writing that album with some people we also listen to who won't be named, but I'm pretty sure that it'll come out sooner or later, that a lot of people we know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about his producer friend who's from out here. I'm talking about other artists that you can totally hear influences in that album, and you're like, they have enough ties where that's, probably what happened.
That's a thing, yeah. That definitely
some of the
seems
melodies
like a thing.
And things are too close to other things I've heard, and that sets me back a little, because I'm like, not that he didn't write it. I don't care who wrote it.
No, I don't care who writes it. I don't
because
care
at this point I'm like, he's not. I'll never think he's the best rapper. If we're talking who's the best rapper, you got to write your own shit. But when you're talking about music you want to enjoy. Hey, we can argue all day about that, but like,
music you want to enjoy, dude. It's
like whatever. It doesn't. I don't care who wrote it, as long as I'm enjoying it, and that's what it's for, Dude, people are so caught up in that because rap music's so competitive. But then when you're getting into someone like him, where it's like,
dude, when it gets to that, when it gets to the highest levels,
he's certainly not the best rapper, even close to it.
The funniest part about rap music to me is when it gets to the certain levels, nobody's writing that shit, dude. And if they are writing it, they're writing it for not only themselves, they're writing it for a bunch of people.
At a certain level, I guess. I mean,
you think Lil Wayne was just in there writing his own rhymes? He had an army.
No,
he had an army of talented kids from around the world that he gave like $100,000 a year to just fucking follow him. And then he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll hit the studio with my squad." And then he would close the door, probably, allegedly. I don't know any of this for fact. I'm assuming. This is a rumor. This is a rumor. This is what I heard. This is what I heard for myself.
Holy shit, I'm uncomfortable.
But yeah, you're gonna be. It's gonna get worse tomorrow. So everybody send thoughts and prayers.
Right, you're the lobster.
You're the sharks eat lobsters. Do sharks eat lobsters?
Dude, I saw a picture on the internet the other day of
a shark eating a lobster.
No, of a dog eating a beached shark while two snakes fought to death in the foreground of the picture. And it was in Australia, and people were like, "Fuck out of here! I ain't going to Australia."
Is that why the chicks are so hot in Australia?
Well, I don't know, man. What, do they eat all the weak ones or something?
They just eat the weak chicks,
right? I don't know. I mean, you're just thinking of one person, so I don't really know what you're
I'm thinking of one chick from Australia that we followed on Instagram.
So they're all hot, obviously, because
I mean, listen, they're probably not, but that chick is smoke.
But holy shit, I need to put aloe on my back. I need to get some food. I need to finish this Bruins game.
Yeah, we're done. Is there anything else? I wrote down one more thing, I think.
What else?
Hey, Mass Cannabis Chefs. You owe us fucking food.
Yeah, that's right. They told us we could say whatever we want. He actually said, I'm going to wait to drop them off because I'm going to wait to hear what you guys come up about me.
Oh
something
man.
Along those lines. I'm paraphrasing.
But scum, he sounds like right now. He
sounds like real scum, doesn't he,
So for
Joe?
somebody calls us scum all the time, Joe, at least we do what we say we're going to do, guy. Fucking pal.
Right. He's a funny dude. I was trying to think of something fucking hilarious he said, but I couldn't think of it. I just drew a blank. Oh, Chewy! I said fucking Chewy. Oh, God. I can't wait till you see what we edit up for you guys, Joe.
I can't wait to see us editing all your worst moments because you don't bring us candy.
Yeah, wait for the fucking outtakes, too.
Well, yeah, don't tell them anything nice until they bring us candy. Let's be super threatening.
Scum.
Thanks, guys.
We love you, Joe. Scumbag.